short?
Well, I can tell you what I told him. First thing was, again, disadvantage as well as advantage I had in my business. One is I came from an area which was unknown, but the advantage was that the location was within a very well-known destination like Kerala. So that was because there's already a traffic, there's already a footfall, but then not to our area. It's a 3-hour journey from the main gateway. So first thing I told him was that I'm from Kerala. The other one was that I have one of the craziest idea. That's exactly the word I said. I didn't say unique because everyone says that they are unique. This is like greenwashing. Everyone says they are eco. But in our case, what we said, I have a crazy idea, and no one has done these kind of stuff, which created his interest. So he listened to me. Then I went into the full storytelling mode in the sense of how all these holidays are actually making a difference to the local people. And then the fourth thing that he actually said that he liked is I actually made a proposal to him, telling him how he can actually position his business to a new target group, because he's used to selling his product to a conventional group of suppliers coming from France, travel agents and some B2C clients. But in this case, I said you can actually tell them that you have a product that provides experiential learning trips, where that trip also by end of the day makes a huge difference to the local communities.
Okay, I would suggest that we go to the next and final presentation, because we really have 12 minutes, because they're gonna basically ask us to leave the room at 1 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that's the crowd. There's a lot of things going on in the online space, but I'll just very quickly take you through some of the tools that we use in our business. And most people here are using Facebook. Advantage here is that through very organic planned strategy, you can build your fan base. You can target people based on their age. You can target people based on the country where they come from. You can target them based on their gender, their interest. And then you can use Facebook, especially the fan page, for telling about even an opening. Like this one, for example. I do not know if you would believe, this was posted when in August. We received more than 1,000 applications from Indians and Europeans for this post. But if you look at the number, it was shared by 42 people. Only 42 people. But these 42 people are influencers on the online space. These are HR managers in travel companies. These are our own travelers who have the experience of having traveled with us, telling that, this company is so cool, why don't we apply for this job? So you can use it for promoting your own business in a different way. And then talk about your stories, because my business is about telling stories. So this is an image from a travelers forest which we set up. The travelers and the local community are building up this forestry initiative. And again, we got inquiries from people asking, how can we be part of this? How can we set this up in Mongolia? How can we set it up in some other places? So you can use it for different ways. And then here again, I'm sharing one of the inbox. Like people just, some people don't want to tell everything in public. They want to write to you through your inbox in their privacy. So they write about stuff there. And then again, promotion. We recently launched our South Africa product, and we haven't really started marketing much through the B2B channel. So the only business that we are doing right now, it's a very small business right now. It's only through Facebook and Twitter and other social medias. And those people who want to actually, if you have a little bit of money, and here I'm not talking about a huge amount of money. If you are ready to spend $2 to $5 a day, you can really capture the right kind of people. So here in such, you can choose whether you want to promote your Facebook fan page or your website. It gives you different options. You can create your own, your own headline, you can create your text there, you can add photos, build small advertisement. You don't need a branding company, you don't need an advertisement company, you can do it, sitting behind your laptop. And then here again, if you look at the location, I chose India. And there I have that target of, I don't know how much is that 5.3 million? Yeah. It gives you a lot of ideas in the sense of whom do you want to target, which countries, And then if you look at the like sources here, you see that there are 359 likes that came because of advertisement and sponsored stories. That will always be higher. If you are ready to invest that little bit of money, it's not big, you don't need huge amount of money. Small amount of money, if you put in an advertisement, you can bring in business. And then the other thing that we use pretty commonly is Flickr. Because travelers, they love to share. They love to share. So building systems in a way that when travelers can also add on to your Flickr album. It's not only just about what you are uploading. There are different ways to do it, and Flickr again provides you opportunity to follow through Twitter, like through Facebook, you can share it through all other social media. And then this is something that we recently started using, Pinterest, which to my observation is one of the most powerful tools. If you are in travel business, it's one of the most powerful tools because it doesn't talk a lot of text, it's about pictures. So you see a picture on someone else's website, which is a topic of interest for you, you can actually pin it. You just need to, like you use Facebook, you just need a login, password, enter. You can build stories. So if you look at here, look at the titles that we have used, India Hotels and Resorts, some travelers' point of view. These are feedback from travelers, and the awards and recognition, stuff like that. And then what we have done also is, sometimes it's so difficult to tell your story because if your story is even more interesting and exciting, it's a big challenge. How do you powerfully tell the story to people? No one these days reads text. Everyone is in a rush. People are in such a rush. If you write more than 4 lines of email, whatever is written below that is not going to get your attention. So in such a world, products like, tools like Pinterest are very, very useful. So here if you look at it, we have put together our story from 2004 till 2012. This is about the pictures, like if you go into the 2004 story, you can see where the first Ubligano project started. Little text, like if you look at, this is 2006. We are talking about places where we were featured, we are talking about some of the properties that we work with, and we are talking about one of my colleagues. So it's about recognizing your own team members, recognizing what is happening around, and sharing it. And if your story is told in a genuine way, there are different tools that you can use to actually convey all those messages. And this one again, as an example, this is from 2006. The moment you pin something, you can see various related stories that is featured there. And if you look at the lower part, you can see 2 other people have actually repinned. This is like how you retweet or how you share your Facebook with other people. People can do that. And here you can use videos, you can use text, you can use photograph, and also having keywords in Pinterest also helps you very high to be on the Google priority list, which I didn't know. I figured out just 2-3 weeks ago. Many of the hits to our website are right now coming from Pinterest. And then again, Twitter. So those people who think that this is time consuming, it's because this is about time management. These are all tools. Like earlier, we used to write only with pen. Then when the computer came, we started telling, oh my God, this is too sophisticated, I want to use it. But what happened? It's a highly computerized world. Then social media came, internet came, everything came in. And this initial hesitation, if you want, in this social media stuff, there's only one rule that I have seen. You can ignore this and be left out. I'm talking from the business perspective. Or even from, you have a conservation story. You want the world to know about what you do, this is it. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's about time management. You don't have to spend extra 2 days on Twitter. That's not how it works. There are so many tools like TweetDeck. You can use things like Hootsuite. These are all places where you can have Twitter, Facebook, Flickr, everything in one platform. You know, it's simple, easy to use. You can just follow what is written on the website and just get the work done. And then this is from, something that my company tweeted, I think yesterday. Yeah, 7th of September. If you look at that, it was already retweeted by 8 people. So the hashtag forum 0981. People were following that. Now our forum is being followed by, I don't know, early morning I was checking some 300 mentions were there about this forum going on here. Which means it's not only you guys who are listening to what we are doing. People sitting in Osaka, people sitting in US, they are following this, they are retweeting it. If our Mauritius friend had tweeted about his initiative that might have got forwarded, if you are looking for funds, this is a place. I have so many initiatives, like I'll tell you just one simple story. 2009, it won't take, it's a 1-minute story. 2009, we were publishing a book on status of rivers in Kerala, and we were looking for crowdsourcing. We wanted the public to come and contribute to the book. We had some 800 sketches that came from the public, and then I tweeted at 9:30 in the morning that such a book is going to be published, and then I tweeted to one of our most popular politicians in India called Shashi Tharoor. He was Under Secretary General at the UN, and at that time he had close to 1 million followers. So 9:30 I posted, 10:15 he retweeted it with a link to our website. It got picked up immediately by Washington Post, because Washington Post was doing 10 leaders to follow, and he was there. And then what happened? At 4:30 in the evening, I got a call from a woman running an organic shop in Chicago called eSutra Organic, asking me, how can I help you, how can I work with you? That's the power of social media. Imagine this 5 years ago. It was not possible. So it's actually suicidal if you are not looking at all these tools. And then many people we talk about, they say, oh no, this is for the young people. But if you look at the Facebook trend, the largest group of people who are joining Facebook are 60 plus. So the world is changing in a different way, and this is a TweetDeck that I use actually. I can have the Blue Yonder, I can have my personal one, I can use LinkedIn, many accounts I can handle in a multiple way without consuming time. And if I have to tell a story, I tell it here, and it works. And then YouTube. As I said, people don't read these days. Create videos, simple videos, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And people will watch it, and they will share it. If your story is powerful, they will tell it, and it will generate business for you. And then there is something which is not used at all. In the sense of in business, there's a huge business here, business possibility, because this is a user-generated content. It's not only for reading, you can edit it. You as an individual can edit the content. That's so powerful. And one of the destination mapping that we are doing, we are reaching out to the people. We already started. We needed to cover 9,000 square kilometer space. How are we physically going to do it? It's not possible. So we are using OpenStreetMap methodologies, using crowdsourcing, going on to the people, ask them to tweet, ask them to take photo, upload, write text, send it to us, and then we edit it, and that creates a beautiful map of the area, which we believe after 6 months can be used in building up the master plan for developing sustainable tourism in the location. So you can find me on all these platforms. It will be great to stay in touch with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would suggest that we break for lunch, and at lunchtime, if you have more questions for Gottlieb and for Bjorn and for Matthias, they're going to be around. I suggested that we are going to have lunch boxes and soups, and I suggested that they serve them outside so we can stretch our legs. But of course, you can bring them in if you want. But at least you have the chance to go out, because if we sit here also for lunch, I think by 2 o'clock we will be completely out of air. Once you come back, let's try to meet in front of the door at 2 o'clock, because we want to do a little counting and reassigning at the table so that you don't have to sit down and stretch. Come in 2 o'clock and try to meet at the front door so we can be done together. Thank you.